Hey, this is Rebecca Dirks for PremierGuitar.com. We're here at Electro-Harmonix with Mike Matthews, about to check out some just like the most brand new things that we could possibly check out from you guys, right?
Okay, this is top secret until it's published. Okay, I'm Mike Matthews, and I founded Electro-Harmonix way back in 1968, before you all were born. And you could see by my white hair and white beard that I've been around. Now, even before 1968, when I founded Electro-Harmonix, my buddy Jimi Hendrix made the wah-wah pedal popular. At that time, and before that, when we were tight buds, his name was Jimmy James. And there's been no real improvements in the wah-wah pedal in 50 years. And we, at Electro-Harmonix, we sell replacement parts as one of the things we do. And we sell a lot of replacement parts for the pots and the foot switches, thousands of them. So we came up with something brand new. It's finally time for a new mousetrap, the Electro-Harmonix Crying Tone Pedal. Now, if you look at it, you see it has no moving parts. How the heck, where's the foot switch? You know, how do you change the tone? Larry is going to show you that in a few minutes. Okay, another product that we're going to show you that's going to be on the market in a few weeks is our Superego Synth machine. Now, a demo is worth 1,000 words, so Larry and John, will demonstrate and tell you what this product does, and I'm very excited about the Superego.
So when are these pedals going to be available?
The Crying Tone Sensational Magic Wah pedal and the Superego Synth machine will be out around sometime in May.
All right, so now I'm talking with John, chief engineer here, about the new Superego pedal. And can you tell us a little bit more in detail of what this pedal is all about?
Sure. With the Superego, what you can do is play a note on your instrument, on your guitar, and then freeze that note, kind of like our freeze pedal. In fact, a lot like it. But that's not all. You can then send the frozen sound out to an effects loop, so you could have an effect up here. I think in a minute we're going to listen to that with a POG 2 or a Neo clone. And so now you have the effect on your sustained note that you played. Now we also added this gliss feature, which is kind of like portamento for guitar. You can play a note, say a C note, then play a D, and it'll slide up to the D. And this gliss knob, sets the time for how long it takes. We're also able to layer notes, so you could play a note and then freeze it, play another note, freeze it, and you could actually layer those notes with this speed layer knob. The speed knob also kind of has double duty. It also set the decay time of the notes. And then the last feature, which I think we're really excited about, this auto feature, it actually will detect when you play new notes and new chords, and it'll automatically sustain those notes for you as you're playing. So you don't have to press on the foot switch each time you want to freeze a new note or a new chord or a new sound or something like that. So that, I think, in a nutshell, is basically what we have with the Superego. It may not sound like much, but when you actually start playing it and fooling around with the different modes and the knobs, you can get a whole new array of sounds out of it. It's really exciting.
All right, Larry, why don't you fire this up?
Okay, we're going to start with the automatic mode, where it finds the note. You don't have to press any foot switch, and also show some of the gliss feature. And then I'm going to kick in the POG 2 in the effects loop. So here we go. Okay, we're going to do the momentary feature now where when you press on the foot switch, you can capture and freeze a note. And then as long as you're holding the foot switch down, the note will sustain and you can play over that. Here's how that sounds. Oh, I'm also going to have some neo-clone, that's a chorus, in the effects loop, which will only be on the wet signal, the frozen signal. Okay, now we're going to show how you can layer frozen sounds on top of each other. Here's another example of the Superego in the auto mode where it follows what you do. And there's some glissando in here, some glide to pitch, which you'll hear, and also some neo-clone in the effects loop to give some sweep, some modulation to the sound. Here we go.
Thank you very much, Larry, for showing us the Superego. Now we're going to go back over to John and talk about the other exciting new pedals. So we'll come back to you in a minute to hear it, all right?
Thank you.
Thanks. All right, John. So this is the revolutionary new pedal, right? It's the crying tone. Can you tell us exactly how this works?
I don't know how much I can actually tell you, but I will definitely show it to you. I think Mike had already mentioned there are no moving parts. So this is our crying tone. It's a wah-wah pedal. We're going to have a whole line of pedals that we're calling the next step, and this is going to be the first one. And when you put it on the floor and you just rotate it like this. There's no bass and pedal. There's no potentiometer in here that has a gear that moves. It's not optical either. So the pedal is all electronic inside, and we're very excited about it.
And you were telling us a bit ago, the one button on this side, calibrate, you can actually calibrate it to the floor, right?
That's correct. So the way it works is you would lay it down flat on the floor, and some floors, might be at an angle. As you go from gig to gig, for example, stage to stage. So what you would do is you'd lie it down flat on the floor, you would press calibrate, and then move it back up to the heel position, press calibrate again, and then you're done, and it's ready to go.
Cool. And so this runs on Magic?
It runs on 9-volt batteries, actually. Right here. We have a battery door. We're very excited about this. And it also does take a center negative, 9-volt DC power supply.
Okay. Well, Larry, let's hear it.
This wah-wah has no moving parts, so there's nothing to wear out. And it is the most responsive to your foot movement of any wah around. It just tracks so quickly, it's uncanny. Here we go.
All right, Larry, thank you very much for playing through those pedals, giving us a first look, and great work. And thank you for taking some time to tell us about them.
Thank you very much.
This is Rebecca Dirks for PremierGuitar.com.